Hey folks, Bill from Little White Dory here. We're down in the basement getting ready for planting season. Past couple of days I've got all my peppers started. This year I'm hoping to do more peppers, but not exotic peppers. A couple of them, but not too many. I have lots of tomatoes. I'll go over that in a minute. And I'm going to do some herbs and flowers. First year was just tomatoes. Second year was tomatoes and peppers. Third year was tomatoes, peppers, flowers, herbs, and things that I just continued on all through the season, not just at the springtime. So I thought I'd show you my setup down here and give you a sense of, the steps that I go through and so on. I have the camera on portrait mode, so I can sit here for a few seconds, but then I'll take it and I'll start showing you different things. This year I decided I'd like to try to double my sales. So if I get myself doubled, I'm hoping to come up between 5,000 and 6,000 seedlings, but not just in the springtime. It'll be for the whole season. So it's a little bit of a different strategy, where in the past I kind of really focused on the spring rush for plants. There's definitely a market for flowers as cut flowers and flowers as growing flowers. What I had early last year, anything I had that didn't sell well in the beginning of the year, so long as I didn't let it die, turned out to be kind of a good thing to have on hand. Lots of people were looking for flowers throughout the whole season. In fact, I was still selling basil up until September, when I basically ran out. So this year it's going to be, I'm going to say, a little bit more of an intentional attempt at getting things growing. Each year, I guess I kind of have gotten a little more serious. Each year I've learned a little bit. So let me flip this around and I'll give you a little bit of a tour of what I've got here. Okay, so I got the camera turned around and I'll flip it in a few seconds. Let me just show you a few things first. So right here I have one of my two growing racks. Down here I've got 8 trays of peppers. There's a couple of trays that'll have mixed varieties in it, and others are just all in the same variety. So currently I have 4 sets of 4 trays germinating. These were the first. These are the peppers. And again, this is, by comparison, this is not a lot, but that's, let's see, about 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 8 times 72, whatever that comes to. And I also have a second rack that's over here, which I haven't started up yet. And I'm going to pull this right out. And what it is down low is where I keep my heat pads. So you can see this is the setup. They're 4 foot by 2 foot, or at least close to that, germinating pads or heat pads. You can use them for a lot of different things. This is the smaller spaces that I have here because, well, actually this one's a little big because I wanted to have room to put a humidity dome if I wanted. And then the next step up really doesn't have much room for that, just a blackout cover. So as I come up the tiers here, these shelves will hopefully all become inventory shelves. And let me come around to this one. Actually, I could show it to you here. What I do is I set up one large power strip that I can plug my lights into. I can plug my heater through this temperature controller. So as I put this on, hopefully I don't blow the house up. Yeah, she'll come on and tell me that the set temperature is probably 90, 89. This one over here is set to 90, and it's just hovering at 90. And then each shelf has a series of lamps attached. Okay, so I can control how much light. I'm going to put that off because I don't need the heater on. And in time, as things go, once I see germination and some life out of these trays, I will move them up into the shelves above them. And as they grow, the spacing between the shelves gets larger, with the top being the ultimate. But I try not to get to the top. When I get there, I wind up putting things out on tables out in the other end of the basement here. So I did spend some time kind of organizing things, Got a lot of supplies on this shelf. I have everything I need for microgreens, although I haven't really started that yet. I have my trays, and I do have it, I suppose for some people, for a home grower, a few more trays than the average person. I think I'm up to 70, no, I guess it's 100 trays now, because I think I have 70 black ones and I think 30 of the different colored ones that are the standard thick, standard depth. I'll call it like this. It's about 2 inches, I guess. These are from Bootstrap Farmer, Bootstrap Farmer, I believe. And they're good quality. I, didn't buy any this year. In the past, when I have placed my order, when I had things like this one here, you can see, let's see if I can pull this out. You can see that there's a little duct tape on that corner. As they broke, I took a picture, and when I placed my order, I sent in a request for a replacement, and they were very happy to accommodate me. So, farmers' friends, kudos to you. We've got 2,000 peat pucks, another 200 of the larger ones. These are the domes, humidity domes. And then I have just a variety of different number cells. This one is 72. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 72 cells there. Here's one that'll do 50. I come up here. This one is a 200 cell. This one is for the microgreens, and you'll see that it's got the drain. I shouldn't have bought them really, but I have them. We've got some of the lighter weight 128, some 72s. These are also lightweight. Flip this one. I have to try to figure out what this one's for. This one was ordered by mistake or shipped by mistake, I forget. But I'm trying to figure out what does one do with this style tray. I don't know. I guess I could write to, that one I got from Johnny's. That's right. I remember I ordered stuff from Johnny's, and they were so much less sturdy that I called Johnny's and said, hey, man, I thought these would be like kind of better quality. And they said, okay, no problem. You can keep them. They sent me a refund. And they said, I don't want them. But that gives you an idea how little their value is versus what they're selling them for. So then there's another one for 200, 128. Here's another 50. They all have different uses, I suppose. Then I also have some of these individual 1.5 or 2 inch. I don't know if they go by depth or the width on the top. I bought these. I didn't know what I was doing, so I have them. I use them, and I think this year what I grow in them, I'm just going to sell them right out of those little cups because I don't have a big need for them. They work okay, but the type of tray, I'm just looking to see where my tray is that I have for them, and I don't see it. Must be around here someplace. I don't know. I'm trying to see now. I have these trays down here already filled and ready to go. And I don't see them in here either. So I don't know what I did with them. And I didn't use them here yet. I don't know. Somewhere around here is a tray that'll accommodate these. And it holds, I think, 32 or 36 of them. So they're not as efficient. But if I sell them right out of that little pot, then maybe it'll be worth it. We've got our supply of Ocean Solution. Let me see if I can get that out of the sun. Ocean Solution, very light, organic. Now, here's something funny. This bottle here, I wrote on it, non-Omri. Previous years, it had the Omri seal on it. I'm looking down here, and I don't think I see it on the bottom either. Got all other kinds of claims, but I did have them. I'm going to grab it because you'll see I didn't want to say that I didn't have this. And you'll see right there, Omri listed. Now, listed made me wonder, what does that mean? Does it mean it's approved? So I did a little research on that, and as it turns out, they're claiming that they're just not bothering with the certification because they didn't feel like spending the money on it to get it certified. So I'm going to keep using it. It's the only fertilizer I use until the plants get into a transplant. And the transplant typically will go into this size or this size container. So I do two. I have a few others, but, well, actually I do have others. Let's see, right here. Oh, this is kind of funny. So at the dollar store, you can buy these 3-way planters. And when I take that for $1 and add 3 or 4, I put 1, 2, 3. So usually parsley, sage, rosemary, basil, 4 different kinds of herbs I put in here. But at the dollar store, I figured, hey, I got to give it a try. It's a tomato rocket. And the tomato rocket, as you can sort of see here, It's like a sponge. I guess it's got a tomato seed in it. And they tell you to just soak it, put the seed in, and then drop it into some dirt. So I figured, all right, I got to give it a try. So I bought 2 of these. I'm going to give them a try. But I have a few other size planters as well. Just to give you an idea, I have a cart here that I usually use for when I'm doing my transplants or when I'm doing seedlings. It's just a Rubbermaid cart. It's kind of nice. I got it for $50 on Craigslist. It holds water. It's plastic. It's, it just got a lot of nice features to having something like that to work in. So let's see. Let's get to some of the plants that we got going. I said I was going to show you the stuff. So I had a request for a... what was this one now? I forget. Scotch Bonnet. That's what it was. That's one of the heated some peppers I'll go for, which I would not normally have done, but I bought this off of Amazon because it was a request. I think I paid like $7 for, I don't know, was it 30 seeds? Not worth it. Hopefully they'll all germinate. Then we got into one called the Sweet Banana. A lot of people requesting it, and I didn't know anything about it. Well, I found out. The sweet banana pepper is the pepper that they use at the Subway shops. I guess they're pickled, perhaps. I'm not sure. We've got one called an Italian pepperoncini. That's a little bit spicy, but not off the charts. A jalapeno, not too terribly hot, but the kind that people will enjoy. We've got some poblano, mostly because I know for cooking that's a common one that people will like. We've got bell peppers that, come in red, orange, and yellow. These are the yellow Sunbrights. I had good luck with them last year. We'll do them again this year. Then is the California Wonder. The Cal Wonder is, as it shows here, green to red. So you can pick it green or you can let it ripen to red. The same thing is true with the yellow. So you can pick them green or let them ripen to yellow. I had one seed. This is actually a pack from 2 years ago, maybe. And I didn't remember how well they did, but they're called Hungarian Wax. And, they show it as multiple colors, but it's really green and it at the green state or versus it turns ultimately to a red. I don't think it's a very hot one. And then I get into the interesting ones. So the Ahi Chachucha. And this one is a Baker's Creek, rare seeds. Let's see, it's 85 to 100 days. That's kind of on the quick size for a tomato. Also known as Ahi Dulce. It is a famous pepper in Caribbean and Latin American cuisine. Cap-sized fruit is very mild, much less hot than a jalapeno, with sweet flesh, addictive flavor, essential for sofrito, beans, soups, even fresh snacking. So that one sounded good, and with colors like that, I mean, it's the bells and whistles on the package, but sure does look interesting. We got one here called, I'm going to say that this is called Jay's Peach Butt Jolukaya. And I don't know, let's see where this one's from. I'll read this one for you. Jay's Peach Butt Jolukaya pepper, the legendary super hot pepper of northern India, in a peach sherbet tone. The top-notch for extreme hot sauce blends and powders or nuclear hot cooking recipes. The thin-walled, wrinkled fruit averages 3 inches long and pack an astounding 1 million Scoville units. All right, so maybe I have another hot one that I didn't know I was going to have. But just, again, it looked kind of cool. I don't eat peppers, so it doesn't matter. And then there's the Buena Mulata. And again, the color is kind of the reason I went for these, knowing that the bell peppers are going to be what people are mostly interested in. And this one says, an historic variety from African-American folk artist Horace Pippin, a chameleon-like pepper, violet to pinkish flesh, then orange to brown, then deep red, long, round pods, 6 to 7 inch unique flavor. So we'll see what that one is going to do. It was just sort of I thought, an interesting looking pepper. I figured I'd give that one a try. So that's it. That covers the peppers. The one pepper that I still have that I didn't really get to, let's see, I have a few here. I'm just looking at my inventory here. This is, oh wait, nope, got the wrong one. These are basil, wrong stuff. There we go. So these over here, which I haven't done yet, I have more sweet bananas, because if I do more, they'll be the ones I'll do, because they were popular. More Sunbrights. More pepperoncini. These are Hungarian wax, a different brand. And then there's this one. Here on Long Island, we actually came, our history is very much so an agricultural background. In fact, the county considers itself to be an agricultural county here in New York and on Long Island. So there's a place that I went to called the Long Island Cauliflower Association. Cauliflower is probably one of the better known crops here on Long Island, potatoes being another one. But the Cauliflower Association is basically where locals can go, like local farmers that are going to buy in bulk can go and buy. And they'll break down seeds as small as, 1 ounce. So 1 ounce of California Wonder, or this one's called a Golden California Sweet. I'm going to have to hope and check that that's not a yellow one. I'm not sure. But it was only $2.50 for, an ounce. There's quite a few seeds in here. You can almost see it. There's a decent amount in there. So I'm hoping that these will do well. The price was right. And then that's it. That's all I have in the way of peppers. So all the peppers except that one from the Cauliflower Association are in these trays right now. And you can see how the humidity dome works. I've got this set now for 90 degrees, which when the pad says it's 90, I can't see it here, but I put a thermometer inside, and I can get, not inside, but between the trays. Inside there is probably only getting to about 85 degrees, which is ideal. But you can see that the humidity, I'm going to give it clings to the walls. Keeps it in there for the time that it's doing the germinating. That way they don't get dried out. And otherwise I just use a tray upside down. Now, as I look in here, I can see that I've got a little... Nope, nothing yet. It's only been a couple of days, so we got a little longer to go. But in time, I'll see those sprouts, and when I see the sprouts, then the lids will come off, depending upon the germination rate. If I have almost all of them germinated already, then I'll just take the trays out of here and move them up into this area and put light on them. The temperatures, let's see, do I have something? Yeah, so my room temperature here right now is, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see, there's someplace else I have a thermometer. Here we go. Is 68 degrees and 47% humidity. So that's not so bad for a basement on Long Island, which I hear my dog barking. He's going to crash my video. We're coming up on 15 minutes, and I won't take much longer, but this is the basic setup. Each of these lights are not very fancy. They run about $20 on Amazon. I have more lights, more pads. I have a little bit of everything so that if I have a problem, I already have stuff in-house to be able to replace. These trays here, instead of just pretending that I'm going to do microgreens, I just haven't motivated. But one of these days, I'll start them. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that after I get off this video. Alrighty, folks. And there you have it. That's the nickel tour of the germinating stations here in propagation stations, I should call it, in the basement. Got any questions? Leave them in the comments. I'll be doing more videos as things change, and we'll keep you up to date. Y'all have a good day now. Bye-bye.